truth.
No chaser.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Frank here from Truth No Chaser. And yes, you have entered another episode of Frankie's Sports Bar, a place where you can get your sip on and your weekly dose of sports all in one place. Yo, before I get into anything, I want to remind you guys to follow us on all of our social media outlets. That would be our website at www.thetruthnochaser.com, so we can keep up with the latest in us and all our splendor, all our drip, our swag. You can cop that from there. You know what I'm saying? Also, I want you to subscribe to us on YouTube at Truth No Chaser. I want you to follow us on Instagram at Truth_No_Chaser, and also Facebook, Truth No Chaser. Let's get into it. All right. With that said, how you guys doing, man? Haven't seen you in a minute. No. That's a redundant ass question right about now, right? How you guys doing? Yeah, we got a lot going on in the world today, man. So I already know how you doing. You know, it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on in the sports world. It's a lot going on in the world, period. Right? And, you know, we got a pretty easy going, quick one for you guys today, because I only got one topic and you already know what it is. You should already know what it is. Yes, sir. Mr. Drew Bres. He has stuck his foot in his mouth. And for those of you that are living under a rock, Mr. Drew Bres, the starting quarterback of the star and Hall of Fame quarterback of the New Orleans Saints, in an interview, went on record to say that he will never agree with anyone disrespecting the flag. He said that comment in reference to players possibly kneeling, as Kaepernick did when he played for the 49ers, when the season comes about in September. And of course, everybody will be kneeling for the same injustices, all right, that Mr. Colin Kaepernick was kneeling for, that occurred during these past weeks with Mr. George Floyd up in Minneapolis. May he rest in peace. And, you know, the city's on fire right now, all cities, you know, not just in the U.S. either, you know, globally. They're taking this protest very serious. And, you know, this is exactly what Colin Kaepernick kneeled for. This is exactly what he took a knee for. So we just want to fast forward until today with this comment right here. I will never agree with anyone disrespecting the flag. I think why everybody's in such an uproar is because 2020, with all that's going on right now, if you can't see that this is not about disrespecting the flag, we should have been past that already. But the fact that it's 2020, we just had the incident that we had, and you still think it's about disrespecting the flag, totally missed the mark, completely missed the mark. And that's why everybody's up in uproar. You know, he's been suffering a lot of media backlash, a lot of social media backlash, and so he should. You know, the residents of New Orleans took to protest where their F Drew Brees chant started ringing out. You know, people are just sick of it. You know, people sick, and what people are sick of mostly are others not getting it. You know, or acting like they don't get it. You know, and there's been other athletes that have called him out. You know, in particular his teammates. You had Michael Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, and Alvin Kamara. You know, they unfollowed him on his social media. I don't know how big of a deal that is, but, you know, they just like, yo, this wasn't the time, man. Bad timing, Drew. Bad timing. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I'm going to take it a step further. This is more personal, right? Because I saw this story years ago. It was like one of those outside the line or real sports stories or something like that. And they were talking to Drew Brees about the impact that he's had on New Orleans. And it actually started with his transition from San Diego when he tore his rotator cuff, and he had gotten traded, or I don't know if it was traded, let go, or he's a free agent, but he had the option to go to either New Orleans or Miami. Sean Payton and GM pick him up from the airport, show him around the town. The objective at that point is to wow him, And they go through the French Quarters, which, if you know anything about New Orleans, it's a pretty nice area, stuff like that. It looks nice and beautiful down there. But somewhere along the line, the driver takes a wrong turn, and they end up in like Ninth Ward, where it just looks like Iraq. It looks completely desolate and, just, rubbish, rubble, and all of that type of stuff. And for obvious reasons, don't have to go through that. But they look at each other, the GM and Sean Payton, that is, and they're like looking like, damn, we lost them. That's it. I mean, how can we compete with this? How can we compete with Miami? Sunny Miami. Why would he want to go here after seeing this? And they were absolutely wrong. The same thing that they thought would keep him from signing with New Orleans is the same thing that made him sign with New Orleans. And he said, I'm going to turn this city around. This city needs help. I'm going to turn it around, and I'd be damned if he didn't. Anybody that's from New Orleans will tell you, man, that he instilled an intangible hope. That's better than monetary, if you ask me. That was a hopeless city around that time, and he rallied them back, and then they won that championship, man, and just, I mean, you could tell it was an immediate shift and uplifting of that city. So for a person like, so from stories like that, to be honest with you, I'm not alone when I say this. That's probably why, we're shocked at this statement, because we thought he was a real one. And since then he has issued a statement, which nobody's surprised they did. Of course he would do that, right? And he has to do that. That's a PR. So he issued a statement, where he says he's always been an ally. And I'm like, I thought so too, bro. So he went on Instagram, and his apology goes, I would like to apologize to my friends, teammates, the city of New Orleans, the black community, the NFL community, and anyone I hurt with my comments yesterday. In speaking with some of you, it breaks my heart to know that the pain that I've caused. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's my take on the apologies. Save it. And I don't mean that in a malicious way, but just save it. You're a grown man. Mean what you say. Say what you mean what you say. You understand what I'm saying? You're a grown man. Don't take nothing back. That's how you feel. Because at the end of the day, you can apologize all you want. You're still going to feel the same way. I believe. I can coexist with a lot of co-workers at my job that feel a certain way. I just know how I can move about, or how to move about outside of their presence. You understand? So if I'm his teammate in the locker room, man, let me tell you, outside that 60 minutes that we got to be on the field together, our kids don't got to play with each other. We don't have to have that kind of relationship. I know where you stand. I'm actually happy to know where you stand. I'd rather know where you stand. To be honest with you, show me who you are up front. This way I know how to move forward around your ass. That's just my take on it. So save the apology. I don't care about it, But if you agree, disagree, let me know. As always, you can always go to the comments and leave it under the comments. I'll get back to you. You know what I'm saying? We can respectfully have a agree to disagree debate on it. Or if we agree, kick it. It's all good, And but yeah, this is it's trying times right now, baby. And we got to tread lightly on some of your comments. But at the end of the day, this incident that happened, unfortunate, but it's bringing a lot of closet racism to the light. And, you know, I'm happy. I just want to see, where this goes. You know, if people really going to take action this time, start holding people accountable for their words. Jake Fromm, your ass up next, boy. Believe that. So anyway, that'll do it for Frankie Sports Bar. The bar's closing. And God willing, I will see you next week. Until then, y'all be safe. Peace.